All right, y'all can say hi to YouTube if you want to say hi to YouTube. But anyways, this is gonna be my fucking crossworld Mario Kart debacle video. Even though I've already mentioned it like in 3 other videos, my opinion. Um, this video is specifically just about this shit. Even though I've mentioned my opinion, I just want to do this because I've seen a lot of glazing Mario Kart glazers. I've seen a lot of Mario Kart glazers across the interwebs. And as a Mario Kart sweat,
For life says. Same.
as a Mario Kart sweat, as a Mario Kart veteran, I think I called this point because I played literally almost every fucking Mario Kart. I literally went back and played almost every Mario Kart. So as a veteran, I feel like it's my place. It's my responsibility on the internet to fucking give my personal opinion, to fight back against the lies, to fight back against the propaganda that these kart glazers are putting on the internet. Because I've seen a lot of it. I've seen people, which is fine. If you still prefer Mario Kart, it's fucking fine. Like, I'm not gonna fucking shit on you for it. But saying Mario Kart is better than Crossworlds, I don't know. I feel like that's being a little bit dishonest. I ain't gonna lie to you. Low key is a little bit dishonest. But we're gonna address that today. I'm gonna talk about. This video might be long as fuck because there's a lot to address. There's a lot of angles I can attack this by. But I'm just gonna address like a lot of shit. So if you enjoy my analysis type videos, because usually they're pretty fucking long, because I'm a very analytical person. I like sinking my teeth into shit. I like breaking it down. So if you like these type of videos, leave a like on the video. I really appreciate it. Leave your own thoughts in the comments, because I probably will respond to some of them. If you disagree with some shits, because again, I like seeing everybody's different perspective. But yeah. So I don't know what the fuck I want to address first. I guess the easiest thing to go for is like, at least to start with, is I guess like the price point, because I feel like that's a big thing. Nowadays it's like the fucking prices. I know I've seen a lot of fans, a lot of Mario Kart fanatics, come at Sonic Crossworlds, or come at Sonic Crossworlds fans, talking about like, oh, weren't you bitching about Mario Kart costing $80 and you're trying to pay $90 for the game? Or you're trying to pay $70 for the game, but you're complaining about Mario Kart World being $80. You were bitching about it. And let me just say this, right? Mario Kart World is $80 with no DLC, by the way. No DLC. Not a single bit of DLC. And it's $80 off rip. Base game. No DLC, no nothing. And that we're not even including the fucking Switch itself, the Switch 2, because you need a Switch 2 to play Mario Kart, right? And I've said this a bunch of times. In order to play Mario Kart World, you need a Switch 2. There is no ifs, ands, or buts. You need a Switch 2. If you don't have it, you're out of luck. You're wasting your money. And not only that, but you need to pay for Wi-Fi too. You got to pay for Nintendo Online. But I'm not gonna. But you know what? For the sake of this argument, I even got to bring that up, because like I just said, base game, no gimmicks, no DLC, no special treatment is $80. Sonic Crossworlds base game $70, and you're getting extra characters included in it. I don't know. Actually, no, is that the $70 or $80 one? I think $70 is the base game. $80 is with with the characters they're adding in, the extra little characters they're adding in, and whatnot. But still, like, bro, you're getting extra shit. You're getting extra shit with it. It's not, you're getting you're getting so much content. You're getting the bang for your fucking buck, right? You're getting the bang for your fucking buck. And not only that, but you can play this shit on anything. You know what I'm saying? Unlike the Switch, where you can only fuck with people on the Switch too. Sonic Crossworlds, you literally can like play with anybody on any other console. Which you know how much bigger that makes the game, the player pool. The player pool is so much bigger than the Switch. The only reason the player pool on Mario Kart is even that big is because the bundle. The bundle is the Mario Kart saving grace. If it wasn't for the bundle, the player base would probably be a lot smaller. And it's only gonna grow. The player base for Sonic Crossroads is only gonna grow from there. So yeah, I think even from like the price point, you know, even and if you really want to, you can even bring up the Switch too, because bro, if you're a newbie to Mario Kart, if you're a new Mario Kart fan and you're trying to get to Mario Kart World, you gotta first of all you got a job.
It's for life says.
Puts me to sleep.
Mario Kart World at this point just puts me to sleep.
Yeah, we're gonna get to that. But like, if you're a new fan of Mario Kart World, right? Just to get into it, you gotta drop $450, $500, and that's if you get the bundle. If you do it right now, like as I'm making this video, you can get the bundle and maybe pay like 520, 500 for the bundle, and then $20 for the Wi-Fi. So, but I don't know. Whenever the bundle expires, or when the bundle goes away forever, you have to pay $530. Actually, no, make that $550 because of the Wi-Fi. $550, and you didn't even get a Pro Controller yet. You didn't even get a Pro Controller. And Pro Controller's like another $70. That's almost like over $600. So, bro, you have to drop over $500. Over $500 just to get on kart. That's crazy. Sonic Crossroads, you just drop $80, $90, you're done. That's all you need. Nothing else. So yeah, from the price point, I feel like it's fucking obvious as fuck. It's obvious as fuck. You know, it's obvious as fuck which one's the better deal. Now, I feel like the next big thing is the fucking gameplay. And I'm just gonna say this right now, bro. Mario Kart World's gameplay, I'm not gonna lie, it's mostly held back because of intermissions. On the 3-lap courses, it's actually not that bad. On 3-lap courses, it's not that bad. It's still slow, but the courses make it at least a little bit interesting. The intermissions are so fucking bad. Like, actually, the intermissions are so fucking bad. And to add on to For Life's point, dog, racing on intermissions puts you to fucking sleep. Like, it's actually that boring. Like, I'm not gonna lie to you, it's boring as shit. It gets repetitive extremely fast because literally to win right, everybody does the exact same shit every race. You sit in the back, you get your golden, you get your dodge, you gamble. If you dodge, you probably get a good spot. If you don't dodge, you're probably getting last. Every race. Absolutely, just every race, over and over and over and over again. And it gets so boring and it gets so fucking tiring. And the fact that Nintendo pushes that mode more and more now just makes it worse. It just exacerbates the issue. Sonic Crossworlds, that game, it actually feels like a racing game. And I feel like the best example to compare it to is like F-Zero. Which I haven't played F-Zero. I mean, I played a little bit after I played the F-Zero 99. Even that game feels faster. I ain't gonna lie. Even that game feels more exhilarating than Mario Kart World. I ain't gonna lie to you. But I'm just from the gameplay perspective, because I have seen people play F-Zero. That game looks fun as fuck, and I will play it eventually. I actually do want to play it. Yo, that game, similar to Sonic Crossworlds, like a racetrack, like you're in a race. It actually feels intense. It actually fills you with adrenaline, bro. You actually feel pressure, because that's how you're supposed to feel in a race. You know what I'm saying? In any racing movie, like even like a good example I brought up, we recently, like a few months ago, we watched Speed Racer. There's not one point in time in Speed Racer where you see Speed Racer just chilling in the race, just perusing down the racetrack, just chilling. No, bro. Every single second, some shit's fucking popping off on the racetrack. Someone's trying to fucking crush his car. Someone's trying to blow up his shit. Literally, that's how a race is supposed to fucking be. That's literally how a race is supposed to be. You're not supposed to be sleeping at the fucking wheel. It's supposed to be chaos.
It's for life says. I got eyes on speed.
Exactly, bro. Like, literally, a Speed Racer is like the perfect example of how a race should fucking be. Literally. Every single track. And technically, if we're talking about the Speed Racer movie, that track had intermissions. That track was an intermission, because they had to go through different areas to get to the end. And even those, the intermissions in Speed Racer was more interesting than Mario Kart World. Bro, there were sections where they had the fucking
It's for
what
life
was I
says.
saying?
Not to mention all the Speed Racer fans that are still here in Crossworld.
That's what I'm saying. There's also a lot of Speed Racer fans in Crossworlds. But back to my point, like literally, Speed Racer is the perfect example. It's like the perfect blueprint, bro. Because even though that, you know, their races and Speed Racer are like fucking like intermission tracks too, similar to Mario Kart World, they're actually interesting, bro. They're interesting. There's fucking avalanches, there's fucking traps, there's fucking saw blades and shit. Like, bro, it's actually like, that's what I'm saying, you have to be on your toes. There should be no point in time in a race where you're just fucking perusing, bro. You have to constantly be on your fucking toes and be aware. Mario Kart World intermissions don't fucking do that shit. It really doesn't do that shit. You know? And I know there's people gonna be like, oh well, if you don't like racing in the back, just run every race. If you think it's boring, then run every race. So you want me to lose every race? Because if you run, essentially you fucking lose. You'll lose 9 times out of 10 if you fucking run. You will get fucking ran over. And you'll get last. So yeah, you literally have to fucking bag if you want to win. And I feel like that's just bad game design, honestly. If you have to sit in the back every fucking race, if that's the only way to fucking win, 9 times out of 10, like, I don't know, bro. Like that's just not right. Like A Deluxe, for example, A Deluxe. There's some courses where obviously you have to fucking bag, like Mario
It's for
Circuit.
life says. Honestly, Mario Kart has no skill.
I wouldn't say it has no skill, but Mario Kart World has a lot less skill than Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. And that's another that's another point I'm gonna address. But yeah, like 8 Deluxe, there's a lot of courses where you have to bag, where you have to send the back and get good items. Like Mario Circuit DS. Mario Circuit DS is one of my favorite fucking baggers. But you know what's the difference? You know what's the difference between Kart World and Mario Kart DS or Mario Kart Circuit or Mario Circuit DS? Bro, you could actually fuck up. You actually have to time your fucking shit. Cause literally in Mario Circuit DS for 8 Deluxe, literally there's so much off-road, but if you don't take your shit properly, you know what I'm saying, you could fuck up and you could immediately get fucking last. Like there's bullet extensions, there's fucking places where you could take like 2 cuts in one. Where you cut through the sand and you cut through the grass on the second what's it? I don't know if it's a hairpin, but it's like a tight ass turn. You just cut through the grass. That shit actually takes more calculating and skill. But like, that's what I'm talking about. In fucking Kart World, literally it's just, oh, let me just cut across this big ass patch of grass. Let me just cut off this big ass patch of grass to get to first. Like, and that brings me to like you know, what 4Life said, Mario Kart World, I want to say Mario Kart World specifically, I want to say it has no skill, but it has significantly less skill than 8 Deluxe, which is one of the first things I noticed about the game. When I first played the game, it has significantly less skill than 8 Deluxe. 8 Deluxe has a lot of fucking skill. You know what I'm saying? It has a lot of fucking skill, and another fact is that it's more punishing. It is more punishing than Kart World. Because Kart World, most of the items, you don't really lose that much speed. You don't really lose too much speed. In 8 Deluxe, if you get hit once, you lose all your fucking speed. Like, you lose everything. And also, you know, Kart World takes away a lot of the racing tech, like you know, like the fire hopping, the soft drifting, the hop realignment, all that fancy shit. It takes it all out. It takes all of it out. And honestly, I didn't like that, because one thing that keeps people on the game is skill expression, and that's really huge. Sonic Crossworlds has a lot of skill expression, not only because, you know, because it's like, you know, it's more skill based, but also because of the gadgets. The gadgets, you know, it's really good for skill expression, because everybody's not gonna have, I know eventually everybody's gonna have the same fucking not everybody's gonna have the same like fucking gadget loadout, but like literally there's so many possibilities. There are so many fucking possibilities for different gadgets you can use. You can use fucking ring gain. You can use the gadget that fucking switches your items around. You can switch your items. There's one that gives you a monster truck in the beginning of the race. There are so many different possibilities, bro. There are so many different possibilities, and that is what keeps people on the game. You know what I'm saying? Trying to figure out what playstyle fits you best. What is the most optimal gadget loadout that you can use? That's what keeps people on the game. When you dumb down the game, it gets boring. That's when people get bored easier and they get off the fucking game. You know? So people who say like, oh, you know, Kart World has more skill, it's more skill based. I heavily fucking disagree. I heavily disagree. Even if we're just talking about courses, bro. Even if we're just talking about courses, don't get me wrong. Kart World has some really nice courses. I don't really have too much of a vendetta against the courses, but Sonic Crossworld courses take a lot more fucking skill, especially since it's way more punishing. In Mario Kart World, I want to say 85% of the courses, right? 85% of courses, you can drive normally. You don't have to brake drift. You don't have to fucking, you know, soft drift or anything. You just drift normally. Unless your car has like really, really bad handling, you're pretty much fine. In Sonic Crossworlds, you have to brake drift a lot. You have to actually let go of the brake a lot. And the game will punish you heavily if you don't know your lines. Because coins, you know, similar to coins in Mario Kart World or in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, Sonic Crossworld, you have to focus on getting your rings. You have to get your rings up to boost your speed. And every time you hit a wall, you lose a little bit of your rings. Every time you hit another person, you lose rings. You know? So it's very, very crucial. It's very, very crucial that you actually learn. You learn the turns. You learn when to brake drift, when to not, when to let go of the gas. And also, not only so you don't hit the walls, but also so you don't hit other people. Because, you know what I'm saying? It's very important. Because you having no rings versus somebody else who has like 100 rings or even 130 rings, you know, it can make a difference. You know, and I've heard people say, you know, people are like, oh, well, I just feel like Kart World takes more skill because, you know, the shortcuts are more intricate. Like, you know, you have to flip on shit, you have to flip on the rail, flip on a wall, and then you gotta fucking, you know, rail ride and shit. Which, I mean, I can kind of understand that. But my thing is this: again, intermissions. On intermissions, 9 times out of 10, if you're taking a rail or if you're grinding on a wall, you're going slower. If you want to talk about tracks, yeah, there's certain tracks where grinding on the wall is actually faster. It actually makes a difference. For example, AKA Wario Shipyard. Wario Shipyard is one of the ones where like there's a couple spots where you trick off a tree, or you trick off a fucking, or you jump off the fucking ramp and you grind on the wall. That shit saves a lot of time. But guess what? That shit most of the time it's not gonna fucking work because you know why? Intermissions. 9 times out of 10, you're not gonna play on Wario Shipyard. You're not gonna playing on Wario Shipyard 3 laps. Because Nintendo wants you to play on intermissions. So, I mean, yeah, you'll be using the shortcut, but you're only gonna use it once. So, that's my point. Like, if you actually play, if it was actually a 3-lapper, now the shortcut actually means a lot. Because you can break away, you can get pretty fucking far. If no one else knows how to do it, and you just constantly hit that shortcut every single time, you can get a lot of fucking space. But on intermissions, you know, you're not really gonna utilize it that much. It's not gonna be as valuable. Which is why I keep saying intermissions is killing the fucking game. It's literally killing the fucking game. And the more they try to shove it in your face, the worse it gets. But Sonic Crossworld shortcuts, I will say on paper, I will say like, you know, like it's not the most complicated shortcut. Most of them are either hidden or it's just a grass cut, which I will say, you know, I can see how people say like, oh, you know, the shortcuts are not as intricate, you know, they're not as complicating and shit. But my thing is also, it still takes skill because again, some shortcuts, like for example, I forgot what's the name of the course with the balloons and shit. I forgot what it's called, but on the course, if you play the beta, you know what I'm talking about. the course with the fucking balloons and shit, right? There's a shortcut on that one where it's like a fucking it's a turn where you have to drift. The first one has a rail on it, so that one's easy as fuck. But the second one, that one has no rails. So if you like drift too wide, you fall off. And there's also another one where you have to bounce on the balloon, and if you miss it, you pretty much fall. You have to be really careful with that one, because there's multiple times where I was right next to the balloon and I still didn't hit it and I fell. But shit like that, it's not the most complicated shortcut, but it still takes skill. And again, the drifting in that game feels really good, and I feel like it's gonna take, it takes a while to get used to. It's not something you can just pick up and just get used to. For me, it took a while, but I synced a lot of hours into it, so eventually I adapted to it. But it's something that you can't just pick up and do. You know what I'm saying? It actually takes a little bit of skill. But that's why I say like the shortcuts in crossworlds, compared to Mario Kart World, I feel like they're a little bit more skill based. Now, if they didn't shove intermissions down your throat, then you could argue. Also, you'd have a better argument saying that crossworlds or Kart Worlds shortcuts, take more skill, because like for example, like Wario Stadium, one of the most technical tracks. That shit, you have to be very there's a lot of tech you can do on that shit. But again, like I said, intermissions. Because you only take that shortcut once, you're not really gonna get that far. And honestly, if you do get in the front, you're probably gonna get hit by Blue Shell. So yeah. But yeah, my thing is just that 9 times out of 10, Crossworld and Kart World, you take a shortcut, you don't really got to do too much. In Crossworld, it actually challenges you to look around. Even though I want to say they're not too complicated, most of them shortcuts either require you to like look around your environment. Like for example, like the mall one, where it's like there's a hidden shortcut. Like if you don't see it, it's actually really hard to fucking see it. I didn't know it until I checked Twitter. There's a hidden shortcut on the last lap. If you make a right, there's like a hidden section where you get an extra item box that gives you better items. And that can make or break a race. So that's why, honestly, me personally, if it didn't have intermissions, I would say Mario Kart maybe has slightly more intricate shortcuts, but because of intermissions, yeah, I have to give it to Crossworlds, because the shortcuts mean a lot more. That's slower actually. What do you mean, Tenka? The shortcut on which one? Crossworlds or Kart World? The fuck? No, 2025. Crossworlds, the shortcut is slower. Which one? You mean the balloon one? Like which one? Like which one do you mean? On Colorful Mall, yeah, shortcut slower. Yeah, I figured that one was slower. I figured that out quickly. So basically, you get a better item. You get an item, but it is slightly slower. But I don't know. You never know. It gives you better items, so it's a risk reward type shit. But even then, even if it's slower, again, like I said, if you don't know, the item there gives you better items. So it's a risk reward. You could take the risk and gamble and see if you get a better item. If not, you take the faster route. But you see how even then, you see how you have to think. There's a risk reward type shit to it. There's a risk reward. You can either take the faster path, and think that you're not going to get hit, or you can take the longer path, the slightly longer path that's slower, but you might get a really good item. You know it's a risk reward. You have to think. It takes a little bit of thinking. But yeah, I I I don't know, man. I just think the shortcuts on crossroads just it's just more it requires more thinking. To be honest. Now, if intermissions didn't exist, then I'd probably give it to Kart World. But intermissions are like 80% of the fucking track. Like, so it kind of ruins it. I know I can talk about like the speed difference, which I would say like, you know, Kart World, it definitely feels a lot slower. And honestly, I could also bring up like the hazards and shit, right? Because like, in my opinion, I'm not gonna lie to you, the hazards on Kart World are ass. The hazards in Kart World are absolutely dog shit. Like, compared to Crossworlds, the hazards are actually hard to fucking dodge. In Kart World, you rarely ever get hit by the fucking hazards. If you're semi good at the game, you should literally almost never get hit by fucking the hazards. Like, bro, since I played fucking Kart World, I literally, like, if you were to count, if there was stats on how many times I got hit by the boomerang, bro, I probably only got hit like maybe like 4 times. But the hazards on fucking the hazards on Crossworlds are actually like, you actually have to fucking, they're actually harder to dodge. Like, what's a good example? Like Dino Jungle. Dino Jungle, yo, I swear to God, like, I'd be barely missing the dinosaurs and shit. Especially the one like when you first get to the long section, and like you get to the bridge section, and there's that dinosaur on the right that tries to like chomp you. That shit is like fucking, like, the amount of times I got hit by that shit is fucking crazy.
X4 Life says. Halaska.
Yeah, Halaska is not that hard. It doesn't have too many it doesn't have too many hazards, but I will say the hazards in the beginning part are a little bit hard to dodge, only because it's slippery, which I didn't notice that at first. The beginning part of Halaska is slippery as shit. Or I think the whole thing is slippery, besides the water section. But yeah, you have the purple spike shits in the beginning, and if your handling is really bad, you probably will get hit. So yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like, the hazards in Crossworlds, they're just so much better, bro. They're so much better. And Carworld's hazards are like so easy to fucking dodge. Like you have the boomerang bro in the cloud, bro. Just don't drive under him. Like, that's like the easiest counter to the fucking projectile. Just don't drive under them. You have a boomerang bro in the cloud, just don't drive under him. You have a fucking boomerang bro on a car, just don't drive in front of him. Like, literally, it's just that fucking easy. It's too easy. You rarely get hit. In Crossroads, like, it actually takes a lot more learning lines and shit to dodge the hazards. And like, I guess also we could talk about the pace of the game. Sonic Crossroads literally has 200cc offer it. Literally. Base game. No DLC, no nothing. Base game Sonic Crossroads has 200cc. Mario Kart World, for some god unknown reason, doesn't have fucking 200cc. I have no clue why. Like, did they not think like, oh yeah, 200cc on a highway would actually be pretty fun? Like I don't know. Did Nintendo not think about it or some shit? I don't fucking know. But I feel like 200cc is one of the only things that could save intermissions. Because, like speeding down a highway, what I'm saying, you actually have to, we have to bob and weave through the cars and shit. That could actually be fun. You know what I'm saying? Just feeling the speed, having to dodge, weave through cars, weave through trucks and shit. That'll actually make it a lot harder. That'll actually make intermissions a lot harder, especially when there's a lot of cars and shit. But Yeah, bro, it's crazy. It's crazy how Crossroads has 200cc off rip and Car World doesn't. It's fucking crazy. Um, we can also talk about vehicle customization, which I mean, Nintendo kind of walked back on it. Um, I know in A Deluxe, it was kind of like you can mix and match, what carts you wanted, what wheels, what base body of the cart and the glider. That was the main selling point. And then in Kart World, they kind of walked that back. And now the vehicles mean a little bit less. They made it so you can win. You can pretty much win better with any cart now, but they kind of made it so all the carts are one thing. Which, I mean, I still don't know how to feel about that. Like, I don't know. I feel like I'd care less about it if it was actually like goofy ass cars. Like, for example, if you play Mario Kart DS, Mario Kart DS has goofy ass fucking cars, and I love the game for that. I love the goofy ass cars and shit. Even though you can't switch the wheels and shit for them, obviously, I still appreciate the game because the car choices are so fucking goofy. Like you could fucking drive a tank, you could drive a fucking airplane, you could drive a fucking you could drive a fucking tractor and shit. That shit is so funny. But yeah. The customization, they kind of walked it back. I still don't know how to feel about it. I mean, I'm happy that like if you like people use Bowser Bruiser.
It's for life says. Crossworlds, I made Hot Wheels and they are crazy looking.
Yeah, Crossworlds. Crossworlds customization is so intricate. It's so fucking good. And literally, even just in the beta, if you go back when I post the VODs, I have to do that. I've been procrastinating. When I post the VODs, literally, if you go back in the VODs and watch like all the different lobbies I went into.
It's for life says. Look in IG.
Let me see. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like you can make such you can literally make your own Hot Wheels cars and shit. You can literally make your own Hot Wheels cars and shit. You know what I'm saying? The vehicle customization is so fucking intricate and it's so good. Because literally, if you go back into the VODs where I was playing online and literally just look through the lobbies. Look, every time I join a new lobby, just look at the cars, bro. Literally, people were so fucking creative. It was so interesting. It was so cool. Like seeing people's own artistic flair to their own car. A lot of people had speed racer cars. Like literally, if I had a nickel for every speed racer car I saw in the last throughout the entire beta, I've seen at least almost 20 different speed racer cars. There were a lot. Some people had Lightning McQueen cars. Some people had speed racer cars. Some people had fucking I think I saw someone with like a Metal Sonic Extreme Gear design car. You know what I'm saying? Like there were so many different stylized cars, and that shit is so fucking cool. It makes the racetrack look more, or it makes the race cars on the track look so much more colorful. You know what I'm saying? Even if everybody's using the same car, it's the fact that you see everybody's own artistic flair, their own artistic design. You know what I'm saying? Like it's actually cool as fuck. Unlike Mario Kart where it's like
it's for life says. And imagine when the DLCs drop.
That's what I'm saying. When the DLCs drop and you have the DLC, character cars and shit, it's gonna look a lot more crazy. You know what I'm saying? But unlike Mario Kart World where it's it's all one vehicle, but you run into a lobby, it's all a baby blooper. You know what I'm saying? It just looks like it's literally just a copy and paste. You go into a lobby, everybody's just using baby blooper. Everybody's using the exact same car, probably the exact same character and shit. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. It just looks boring. It's boring as shit. You know what I'm saying? I rather in Crossworlds, even if everybody's using the fucking extreme gear or fucking the same type of car, at least it looks colorful. You know what I'm saying? Everybody has different design cars.
It's for life says. and I quote free thinking.
That's what I'm saying. The so-called free thinkers that all use fucking the exact same fucking car and shit. At least on Crossworlds, if they use the exact same car, most people are gonna have their own designs and shit. People are gonna have their own intricate, unique looking car. And you know, that's to say, it makes the course look a lot more vibrant, and I like that. You know what I'm saying? And I understand, like, you know, I understand that Nintendo wants, like, you know, similar to Wii. Similar to Wii, they want you know, people to just pick a cart and play rather than, you know, sorting through different combos and shit. But I feel like, I don't know, bro. I always felt like, I mean, even ever since Kart World came out, I always felt like, I don't know, bro. I feel like you're taking away options from the player. So I didn't know how to feel about that. Like, I don't like, you shouldn't like take away options from the player. Like, I understand, you know, people take forever to fucking, you know, people are like trying to look for, like, you know, the most optimal car. Or people are like taking time to, you know, see what cart they like. But like, I feel like they should allow them to do that. I don't know. I just feel like you should allow them to do that. Let people go through. I'm gonna ignore that. But yeah, I feel like they should I feel like they should definitely like not do that, like not restrict players' expression in terms of carts and shit. Ever say that again and you're getting timed out. I'm doing fine. You can say hi to YouTube. I'm doing a Sonic crossword analysis. Oh, thank you. Thank you for the timeout. Anyways, continuing. What was I? I lost my fucking train of thought because I had a dumbass. I lost my train of thought. Oh yeah, yeah, I don't think.
It's for life says. Face with tears of joy.
Bruh. What the fuck was I talking about? Oh yeah, the player expression. I think the player expression, I feel like you shouldn't restrict that shit. Let people take time. Let people actually sink their teeth and let them sit through all the customization options and shit. You know what I'm saying? Let them fucking express themselves. That's just me though. I know some people might disagree or think differently, but I don't know. I just feel like that's the better option. You know what I'm saying? That's what gets people to stay on the game. But I guess is there anything else I want to address? I guess I gotta address roster. Obviously it's no brainer. Sonic Crossroads has a better roster than Mario Kart. Literally just NPCs. Literally fucking Kart World is just NPCs. It's literally just NPCs. Like fucking Pokey, Hammer Bro, fucking Spike, fucking I don't know, Koopa was in the last game, but that's fine. Koopa's an NPC, that's fine. He can fucking stay. But like most of those other characters, fucking NPCs, like fucking it's just full of NPCs, bro. They could add like actual interesting characters. Like I know people, for example, people were like, yo, we want Geno in Mario Kart World. You want fucking, you know, Malo, we want fucking Ward, we want fucking Fawful, we want Prince Peasley, we want Cacoletta, we want Antasma, actual saucy ass fucking characters. But Nintendo adds a bunch of fucking NPCs. Sonic Crossworlds, I feel like they're more likely to do that shit, where they go back and add like old ass characters. Like literally, like how me and 4Life literally been talking about, bro. If they fucking add like fucking Eraser Jin and Shara, or they add Chip, or they add like fucking they add like, I don't know, they fucking add like fucking Lyric from fucking Sonic Rise of Lyric. I don't fucking know. They have so many cool ass characters they can fucking add. They can add Infinite. They can add Chaos. They can fucking add Classic Sonic. They can add like so many different ass characters. You know what I'm saying? And based off the raw roster right now, they have pretty good characters. Even the fucking DLC characters, right? Even the or even like the extra characters like fucking Joker. You have Pac-Man. You have Itsune Miku. You have the fucking dude from fucking
It's for life.
You have all those characters.
Not to mention, they could add old recon characters like Amigo, Rio, Jackie, and Akira BD
That's what I'm saying. Even before Crossworlds, they had a better ass roster, bro. Transform, they had Team Fortress characters in fucking Transform, bro. Like that's what I'm saying. They had like interesting ass characters. Even in Sega All Stars Racing, bro. They had I don't know why NC's fucking NC.
NCLMAO says. Rick suck a fat banana you fucking goddamn SA ass nigger. NCLMAO says. Oh I'm sorry not Rick, Emmanuel. NCLMAO says.
Bruh.
That's your new name. NCLMAO says. I saw the timeout.
Okay. Anyways, what was what was I talking about? Oh, the character roster. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Even Sega All Stars Racing had a better roster than fucking Kart World, bro. They actually had interesting ass characters. Like they had a fucking Akira and they had like fucking the fucking Bonanza Brothers. They had fucking you know, they had like II and shit. Yeah, they had just such wacky, interesting characters. Even fucking Zobio and Zopico. They had such wacky ass interesting characters, bro. You know what I'm saying? They got interesting characters. Sonic Crossroads is probably gonna do the same thing. They're probably gonna add more, you know, goofy ass characters. Like they're gonna add what? They're gonna add TMNT. They're gonna add the Avatar. You know what I'm saying? They have so much wacky ass shit. No, Kart World. They really sold out on the NPCs. You know. I feel like they really did. And, you know, I feel like Crossworlds just has overall, I feel like even in the future, they're probably going to have a better roster, to be honest. The only thing I will say that I haven't seen yet, unlike Mario Kart World, is skins, which skins would be pretty cool. Like, you know, a lot of people say, like, they want to see, like, the free riders. They want to see the free rider skin for, like, Sonic, Knuckles, and Tails. And maybe even, I don't know, Jet kind of already has, like, his goggles and shit, but I don't know. But people want to see that shit for, like, the Sonic characters and whatnot. And you know that could be cool. You know what I'm saying? I hope Sega, you know, does do that sometime in the future where they add like skins. You know, they could add like a Dark Spine Sonic skin. They could have like a Super Sonic skin. They could have like fucking you know what I'm saying? They could have a lot of different fucking skins for the characters and shit. You know? There's a lot of possibilities. Let me think. Is there anything else? Is there anything else I missed? I don't think there's anything else I missed. I think that covers everything. Unless I'm forgetting some shit. Let me think. I guess like to I guess the final thing I'll address is like the crossplay. The crossplay I feel like is gonna, even though like Mario Kart, because I know a lot of people are saying like, you know, Sonic is not gonna be able to overtake Mario because Mario is just too big of a fucking it's just too big of an IP. You know, it's gonna be, you know, it's like facing off against a Goliath. You know, but I think that in the short term, yes, Mario Kart is gonna, you know, still be dominant. Especially since, you know, Black Friday and, you know, Christmas sales haven't started yet. And those days, you know, there's going to be a lot of people getting a Switch 2 probably. Because a lot of people held off on the initial release day because of the price. But when Black Friday and the holiday season passes by, I think that sales are going to plummet. Because at that point, I'm pretty sure anybody who wants a Switch 2 is going to have a Switch 2. You know, so their sales are gonna drastically plummet. Especially with Kart. When it comes to Kart, yeah, the sales are gonna plummet. Unlike Crossworlds, because it's not bound to just one system, I feel like it's gonna flourish. Because literally, if you have a Switch 1, even if you have a Switch 1, you can still play Crossworlds. You don't need a Switch 2. If you have a PS5, you can play it. If you have a PC, you can play it. If you have an Xbox, you can fucking play it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like that game, you know, it's gonna flourish even after, because all you gotta do is drop like $70 at the least. At the least, you just drop $70. You can play the game on whatever console you have. You know what I'm saying? You don't need You don't need to buy a PC, or you don't need to buy a PS5, or you don't need to buy a Switch. You can play it on whatever the fuck you want. You know, decision's up to you. I literally played on my Switch and I played on my PC. You know? So I think in the short term, yeah, kart is going to be dominant, you know, especially...
NCLMAO says, as opposed to $600 to play Mario Kart World.
Not for real. Not for real. Like, literally, you have to, again, like I mentioned in the beginning of the video, or when this is a video, I literally said you have to drop like damn near $600. You have to drop damn near $600 just to play kart. You want to play kart? You have to drop damn near $600. You want to play crossworlds? All you got to do is drop 70. So I don't know, man. Like I feel like the choice is obvious. I feel like the choice is really obvious. But
NCLMAO says, not even Mario Kart but a remedial ass Mario Kart.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, that's up to your interpretation of what you want to call remedial. But my point is that you have to drop hella bands. You got to drop hella money to fucking play Mario Kart, and it's honestly like stupid. You shouldn't have to drop fucking so much money just to play Mario Kart, and then on top of that, you gotta pay for the Wi-Fi. It's fucking stupid. It's fucking ridiculous. What else? I think that's it. I think I pretty much talked about pretty much everything.
NCLMAO says, Low Tire God Lingo Remedial describes a game with whack-ass help systems for idiots, I think.
Whack-ass help systems for idiots? Well, I just feel like that game is too... I feel like this Marco was just too much for, like, little Timmies. I mean, I know it's a kid's game, but I feel like they took all the skill out of it to make it easier for the little Timmies. But I'm like, bro, you can't just suck all the skill out of it. Like, come on.
It's for Life says, no, especially when that dumb motherfucker who didn't explain anything about the gadget materials, he just brushed it off and said like it doesn't matter.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. There's a lot of Mario Kart glazers. There's a lot of Mario Kart glazers. You know, a lot of them just don't. Some of them are honest. Some of them are honest and like honestly just like enjoy Mario Kart World more, which is fine. Again, that's your opinion. But like when dumbass motherfuckers like that go like, oh well, I didn't bring up the gear. I didn't talk about the gear because it didn't mean anything to me. I'm like, dog, you can't just ignore major parts of the game because it doesn't mean anything to you. It's like literally that's like me right now. Like right now I'm making an analysis video on like Mario Kart and crossworlds, and I just go, oh yeah, I'm not going to talk about intermissions because intermissions mean nothing to me, so I'm just not going to talk about it. Like, that's fucking stupid. That's fucking stupid. You know what I'm saying? That's fucking ridiculous. That's a main selling point. You can't just ignore it. Even if it does, regardless if it means something to you or not, you can't just ignore it. You got to address it. It's the main part of the fucking game.
It's for Life says, and the fact that he deleted my comments.
Nah, for real. You said crossworlds is infinitely more skilled than one item for a 6-year-old is 18th place. Also, all it takes to make you lose 3 days worth of points. Lagging as third worlders and completely stupid players. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Oh yeah, and the fact that he did delete your comment. But yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's a Mario Kart glazer. That's how I know he's a glazer, because it's like, dog, someone brings up a good ass point, bring up a good ass point, and they just fucking delete your comment instead of addressing it.
NCLMAO says, one-sided Andy.
And the thing is this, right? I'm not doing this video to like shit on Mario Kart. Like, I love Mario Kart. We all love Mario Kart. But it's like, again, this is why I always say competition is fucking important. Competition is very fucking important because of shit like this. Now, you know, Sonic Crossworlds, now that it's actually, you know, getting the more spotlight, it's getting more spotlight and more attention than Kart World. You know, if Nintendo doesn't play their hands correctly, even though they have the advantage.
It's for Life says, and the competition between racing games is great.
Yeah, because if Nintendo doesn't play their cards right, they'll fumble, and Sonic will get the upper hand. Even though right now they're the dominant one right now, if they don't play their cards right, even though they're a Goliath, they can still fall. They're not impenetrable. You know what I'm saying? They might be a better adversary than Sega, but if they keep fumbling, it's over. Mario Kart World Online has turned into a bag dodge and to the shock and win. Literally, that's what I'm saying. Like, bro, it's fucking. You know, it gets repetitive really fast. You know what I'm saying? It gets repetitive extremely fast. But yeah, man. I just think a lot of people are I guess a lot of people. I feel like it's mostly Mario Kart fans. I feel like a lot of Mario Kart fans are just feeling attacked because Sonic Crossroads is like the new kid on the block, and they're feeling attacked, and it's making them not want to criticize or fucking it's making them not want to address some of this shit. Which, I mean, like, again, if you like Mario Kart World more than Sonic Crossroads, again, that's you. Even though I think I think your opinion is trash, I still respect it. That's your game, that's your time. You can play Mario Kart World all you want, but like, if you're saying that Mario Kart World is better than Sonic Crossroads, I feel like you're fucking lying. Because literally, from the price point to the gameplay to the skill expression to the customization, Crossroads just sweeps. In every category, it just sweeps. The only thing it doesn't sweep in is recognition because Nintendo's bigger. That's literally about it. In every other section, it just sweeps. So I have no, if you like Kart World more, again, that's your shit. More power to you. You can play Kart World or whatever the fuck. If you like Sonic Crossroads better, again, that's all you. But people having this discussion about which one's better, which one's worse. If you want to know my honest opinion, no bias, and again, it's no bias because I love Mario Kart. I love both games, honestly. I played every Mario Kart. I'm pretty sure I played almost every Sonic racing game besides like a handful. So, me being unbiased, literally, I think Sonic Crossroads is better. Literally.
NCLMAO says, even though some people need to respectively get some clotheslines and DDTs to the skull, Mario Kart is their main shit no matter what.
Yeah. I don't know. I just don't see how you can enjoy Mario Kart World more. I don't know. If you like if you like a game where you sit back and drive in a straight line for like fucking 3 minutes straight, I mean, again, more power to you. That's your time. That's your time and your energy. I just think objectively that's just fucking ass. Again, I just think that's fucking ass. I just think that's kind of stupid. I just don't. As someone who loves racing games, I just feel like that's not in the spirit. That's not like, I feel like it's not really. It doesn't capture the spirit of racing games. I feel like it doesn't really capture the spirit of racing games. But again, it's your life, your shit, your game, your energy. But
It's for life says, Sonic Crossworld is like crack to me now.
Nah, for real. That's what I'm saying. Like, everybody's fucking addicted to that game. Everybody's addicted to that game. And I hope that Sega doesn't, I hope Sega continues with this momentum. I don't think like Sonic Crossroads. I don't think it will be the Mario Kart killer. I feel like it won't kill Mario Kart, but I feel like if Nintendo keeps fucking up, Mario Kart is gonna kill itself. I don't think Crossroads has to really do anything. I feel like Nintendo.
NCLMAO says, Maru Sonic A1NA. It's for life says, they could go into a route like Fortnite, like the concept of it, like with new DLCs and all that shit.
They could do that. You could do that shit. I just fucking hope. I hope that Nintendo.
NCLMAO says, deadass, they could do so much with this game.
That's what I'm saying. This game has a lot of fucking potential. That's what I'm saying. Like, my thing is, I don't think. Again, like I know everybody does this with every game. Like everybody's like, oh, is this the fucking Smash Bros killer? Is this the Mario Kart killer? I think Nintendo has a bigger chance of self-destructing than Sonic Crossroads killing the game. I feel like Mario Kart World is just gonna implode. If Nintendo doesn't if they keep fumbling and keep doing this shit, Kart World is gonna implode, and Sonic Crossroads will just win by just existing. So I don't know, but that's just my personal opinions. But do y'all have anything else y'all want to say before I wrap this shit up? Because it's going on YouTube. It's like an hour long.
It's for Life says, Nintendo, I pray for your downfall.
Okay, she said, with how whack ass backwards this year has been for that big nig Nintendo company, I think Cross gonna overtake. I don't think it's gonna overtake immediately. I think it's gonna be over time. Depending on Nintendo's performance in the future, in the near future, I think it could overtake. But I don't think it's gonna kill Nintendo. I think Nintendo's just gonna self implode. That's my guess.
It's for Life says, and fuck Doug Bowser.
I said fuck Doug Bowser. Yeah, Doug Bowser's kind of ass. But anyways, y'all can say bye to YouTube. If you enjoyed, what the fuck? Yeah, fuck that. If you enjoyed this long ass analysis,
NCLMAO says, yeah, fuck that nigga.
If you enjoyed this long ass analysis, and you want more of them, just me yapping and give my personal opinions and shit. You can leave a like when I make this video. You can leave this a like. If you're new, consider subscribing. You can follow me on Twitch also. I stream on there too. And leave in the comments. Leave your own personal opinions. I want to hear what other people think, of course. I feel like everybody's popular opinion is that Sonic Crossroads is better. I feel like that's the running opinion right now. But again, I want to hear from other people. You know what I'm saying? I want to hear other people's opinions and shit. And I hope that this situation makes Nintendo, at least puts a little bit of pressure on Nintendo. I hope it puts a little bit of pressure on them to improve, because because exactly what I said about competition. With competition between two companies like this, we win. At the end of the day, we fucking win. We're the ones who eat good, and right now we're eating hella good. We're eating so fucking good right now. So I hope this makes Sega step up their game and makes Nintendo step up their game. But yeah. Anyways, I will wrap this up here. I can say bye to YouTube, or say whatever the fuck you want to say. Before this hour, for at least, I don't know, for the next 2 minutes. Before I wrap this shit up.
It's for Life says, Sega, I'm 100% behind you. Don't disappoint me. I want to endorse you. NCLMAO says, Mommy Sega.
Bro said Mommy Sega. Okay. Anyways, we're done. Bye, YouTube. Bye.